BG Wealth Community presenter, Miss Gagan. Thank you. The stage is yours.
Can you guys hear me now? All right. How is everyone? How is everyone? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Gagan and I'm a high achievement business coach and a very proud BG member like you all are. So my job here today is to kind of educate everyone with the presentation. How many of level 2 people here? Please stand up. If you're level 2, let me recognize you. Woohoo! Congratulations, everyone. You guys are here because you saw and you believed and you wanted to learn and you wanted to do something not only for yourselves but for your entire team members. 25 or 125 doesn't matter. When you bring in one person in BG Wealth Sharing, you are a leader in my perspective. You may not feel that you're a leader. You may not feel or think that, oh, you don't have the numbers to show, and that's okay. Because what I'm going to share with you is the power of compounding today. How many of you understand compounding? Me too. In BG Wealth Sharing, we learn how to use compounding on a daily basis with 2 codes per day, correct? Then if we are persevering and we are learning, we are paying attention, we can get 3 codes per day, correct? Okay. How many of you know that besides the trade account, as an investor or as a team member who has unlocked the 3rd signal, there is something called compounding of your talent, compounding of your time, compounding of your team? How many of you know those 3 things? Because we get into BG as an investor first, referrer second, team builder third. But if you can take advantage of how can you compound your time, your talent, your team through the power of duplication and replication, the trade account can go to more than $1 million in about 6 to 12 months. How do you do that? More power to BG. Dr. Beard is here to share everything that he's got with his community, with all of us. And we are 600,000 strong community in over 100 countries. And I'm very confident before we end our 5-month, 5-city tour, we will hit our mark of 1 million proud BG members. Who's in it with me for that? All right. So let's start our presentation. If we can have the first slide up, which is the disclaimer slide. How many of you can sit here for an hour to learn? Okay. All right. So we're going to go do that part. So we have the disclaimer. My job today is to kind of not only educate you, but also give you a glimpse of how I do my normal presentations. How many of you have watched my videos to build their business? But I started doing my BG Wealth Sharing plan presentations every Tuesday night. I am so proud of my organization. We produce quality. We produce passion. We produce commitment, and we produce drive. And I'm here to share with you this slide deck that I designed as a birthday gift for Dr. Stephen Beard last year in December, because he kept saying, Gagan, what is it in your meetings that everybody keeps asking me for your presentation slide deck? I said, are they not in my organization? He says, no. I said, okay, we'll figure something out for the entire community. How many of you are using this deck for your presentations? Please give me a big shout out. Okay. If you want to do presentations because you feel you're level 2 or level 1 or level 0, doesn't matter, and you want to use this deck, please reach out to Dr. Beard privately on BondChat. He will be more than happy to share the slide deck with you. All right, so the disclaimer is that today's presentation is for education purposes only, and I am not going to make any sales. I'm not going to solicit anything. I'm not asking you to invest in anything, even though I'm a level 9 leader in BG Wealth Sharing and a certified senior investment advisor. Today's presentation, this slide deck is all about knowledge imparting and education. So how many of you are taking notes today? All right, not the whole room didn't say yes. So my first thing that I want to request is please take notes. It's very important because that is the first thing that you should be doing when Dr. Beard does his Zoom sessions. And when you look at the slide deck, you are going to then be looking at, okay, what is that I'm listening into? You need to be fully present, and you need to listen in so that you can see what is going on. So the very first question that people ask, or they will talk about, is objections. How many times you've reached out to someone and shared BG and they said, but this search engine says this, right? How many times they will say, this AI platform says this? All the time, right? Is there a proof of anything that we have done wrong? Nope. So we are here, and you guys will go in the field and with your loved ones, with your family, friends. How many of you have family who doesn't believe in BG? My family also doesn't believe in BG. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I have a funny story to say. One time, Miss Ann Jackson was sharing BG with her cousins and family and friends, and I happened to call her, and she said, I'm sitting here with my friends and my family and my cousins, and they don't believe in me. I'm like, put me on a camera with them. And I told them, I'm like, are you telling that this is like a Ponzi scheme or whatever, whatever? I said, do you know how many members she has in her organization and how much daily she can be making? She doesn't need you guys. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, she doesn't need you guys. She's doing a favor introducing BG to you guys. And I think everybody signed up, right, Miss Ann? And that is true, because I'm here to debunk some of the misconceptions here. The very first question always is, what is BG Wealth Sharing? And the first thing people want to do is they want to Google it, or they want to put it into ChatGPT or something. So when you introduce BG and you say, well, I know where you're going to go after I share about BG, but please be mindful you're going to listen to this, this, and this negativity, but that's not the fact. The fact is I am a well-wisher of yours, and I am in BG for X amount of time, and here are my results. How many of you know my BG story? Oh, okay, I think it's time for me to tell my BG story. Because I don't think I even saw 50 hands go out of this 2,200 jam-packed room full. I started BG 15 and a half months ago with 200 USDT, and I did not refer anyone till April 7th with Miss Cynthia Tran. So I was an actual true investor in BG Wealth Sharing. I was not a team builder. I didn't understand the comp plan. I didn't know nothing. Why? Because all that mattered to me was the promissory letter that is issued by BG Wealth Sharing that I'm going to share with you. So BG Wealth Sharing is not a multi-level marketing company. So please write that down. BG Wealth Sharing is a registered investment advisory firm with US SEC, and we are the world's largest hedge fund as well for the retail investors who are getting ready to become accredited investors. How many of you know the difference between retail investors and accredited investors? Not many. A few hands. I can see a few hands. That's why I said, have your pen and paper ready. You should be taking notes. So a hedge fund client is usually an accredited investor. What is an accredited investor? Somebody who can have $100,000 US dollar investment, or they are actually an income earner of $250,000 to $350,000 US dollars, and they pay tax on that. We didn't fit into that category. At least, I would say, 99% of the people did not. 2 years ago, I think when Miss Ann started, or even when Miss Esther started, or even when Miss Elena started, did you know that Elena is our upline? At least my organizations. How many of you think Elena is an AI? How many of you heard that Gagan is an AI? It's coming out right now. I've even heard that, well, we all heard that Dr. Beard is an AI, right? We understand he's not here today, but he will be in the United States soon, right? We all know that. And when he's here, we are going to make history again. So when people say, what is BG? BG is a registered investment advisory firm with the US SEC. Then what do? Well, we are retail investors, but we are on our path through compounding, through copy trading, to become an accredited investor so that we can have a $100,000 trade account one day, right? That's the difference. Do I need to refer people? No. Why? Because I make my daily income through the trading aspect, where BG is promising that if I follow their advising, if I follow their mentoring, if I follow their coaching, I am going to get my investment doubled in under 60 days. How many of you here have witnessed it with their own investment? Is there anyone in this room who started their journey with BG and they did 2 trades per day and they did not double their investment? Please stand up. I'm waiting. Anybody? That's called facts. It's not hypothetical theories here. We are a logical company. We are a technology-based company, and we are actually doing everything in a legal manner. So what are we doing? We are trading on DSJ exchange. How are we doing the trading? Dr. Beard promises 2 trade signals to every BG member because that is their right. Do you know there are 4 rights that every BG member has? Anybody can tell me those 4 rights? I don't think anybody ever saw it from that perspective. Because I am a high achievement business coach. I have been an investor in the crypto field for the last 5 years, so I love digital assets and blockchain, and I know trading, even though I did day trading for only a little bit of time. It's not my cup of tea, but I was always looking for a platform where I could not only double my investment, nothing like that, where I could get the leverage and the compounding. So the 4 rights that every BG member, the investor has: 1, everybody gets 2 codes per day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Everybody getting 2 codes? Okay. The second right is the safety of our funds. Not only the initial investment, but as your trade account grows, that trade account safety is also guaranteed by DSJ Exchange. That's the second right. The third right is, if you follow Dr. Beard's trades, only his trade signals, not become your own day trader and you want to be a curious George and plugging here and doing manual stuff, no. If you follow Dr. Beard's trades, whether it's 2 signals or you're getting 3 codes because you unlocked it, you are going to get a profit on every trade guaranteed. That's the third right. If the trade fails, There's a 5-stage recovery. So even though it failed, it helps you recover and make profit. So technically, that is covered under that third right. What's the fourth? You can withdraw anytime. Nobody's going to stop you. You want to take it all out and say, bye-bye, BG? That's your right. You want to take a little bit out? That's your right. You want to let your money double and then withdraw? That's your right. You want to start today and tomorrow you have an emergency, you want to withdraw? That's your right. But there are rules to be followed so that we can all get those 4 rights. Is everybody with me so far? Thank you. All right, so where is the other stuff? Like level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and multi-million-dollar trade accounts and withdrawals and all that. Where is that coming from? Well, that is the optional section of BG Wealth Sharing. You know, how many of you have downloaded, especially if you are BG member and a leader, if you are level 1 and above? I'm talking to you guys. How many of you have gone to FINRA and SEC's website and downloaded the 13-page document that is the actual document where BG Wealth Sharing is a registered investment advisory firm with an exemption that they do not sell securities? How many of you have read that document line by line by line? Please stand up. Big round of applause to you guys. If you do not download that document yourself, don't start sending these files and then the files get edited and then you're like, oh my gosh, this is on there. I'm like, did you download the document yourself? No. What do I teach? Go to the government website, do your own due diligence, learn how to download these documents yourself. Because when you download these documents, it has a timestamp on it that you downloaded it today at this hour. If somebody else is like, you know, maneuvering this through different channels and then they edit it and change it, then you're going to freak out. Don't do that. Don't give your own power, your control, remote control of the power, to the masses that don't know you. You have to think for yourself. You have to understand, where is this coming from? Do you think the powers to be want everybody in this room to be a millionaire? Then what are you going to do? You're going to think for yourself, right? If we are going to do copy trading because we get the code on bond chat only, how many of you go to bond chat every day, 3, 4, 5 times a day to get the code or to learn from Dr. Beard? How many of you are level 3 leaders here? Please stand up. Level 3. Congratulations, leaders. Level 3 is where you unlock special benefits based on performance. I just talked about the 4 rights. You get 2 codes from BondChat, you copy, paste, and confirm, and you check your position order to make sure that the AI pulled 1% of your assets. How many of you have created this habit of checking the position order that it has 1% of your assets? Excellent habit, because sometimes that 1% could be $1, right? Sometimes it didn't even pull and it failed and you walked away from it, meaning that you lost the opportunity to make your profit on that particular trade. So let me say that again. When a code fails, or you didn't put a code, or you didn't execute the advice that Dr. Beard gives, because BG Wealth Sharing is the registered investment advisory firm that gives us advice through the daily code signals. And we take that advice, We execute that advice in our own trade accounts. If we don't execute, meaning copy, paste, confirm, we lose the opportunity, not the money, we lose the opportunity to make profit on that trade. Is everybody clear? So please don't panic, and please don't start texting your upline or your sponsor, I lost a trade, I didn't make money today. Did you execute the advice? No. It's okay. Do it the next time. That's it. You have to have an investor mindset to begin BG, not a multi-level marketeer mindset to become a BG investor. We are investors first. Now, Dr. Beard is helping us through the referral marketing side because we have, I think, personal, and I'm a little biased with BG, that we have the best referral marketing program on the planet, no matter what company you bring in. I do not have network marketing experience. And you're going to say, what? You're level 9 leader? I'm like, yeah, I just got lucky, right? I didn't do nothing. I just sat there. No, that's not true. I do not have a network marketing experience, but I understand how things work. I'm a high achievement business coach. I understand how business works. I am a business owner myself. I have a franchise that I still run. I understand how business works. I love digital assets. I love transparency. I love decentralization. I love blockchain. I know how many layers and different types of blockchains are there. But none of these projects, businesses, gave me the compounding that I truly desired. And when this came in, it was like, ooh, that's amazing. So without being next slide, please. Without being a network marketeer, I'm able to build a team, and these are the trading signals. Can we switch the next slide, please? Thank you. We also get bonus signals. This is all investor mindset, because if you don't understand the mindset of an investor is not somebody who invests, whether you invest 500, 5,000, 50,000, 500,000, doesn't matter. An investor never says, let me just double it and pull it out. They don't. And I'm not saying that I'm asking you not to pull it out. No. When you are an investor and you are doubling your investment in under 60 days and you pull your seed money out, now you can say, oh, I'm risk-free and I'm playing on the house money. You didn't get BG at all. What you did by doing that, you actually got to square one where you were 60 days ago. Do you hear what I'm saying? The true power of investment is when your investment makes money and the money on it makes money. That's called investment. I started with 200 USDT 15 and a half months ago, did not refer anyone, got very blessed with 2 first directs who actually taught me the power of the compensation plan, but I think they also didn't understand the compounding effect on it. But when I stepped in the market to build BG, in June of 2025, I got to level 1 on June 17th, and in the month of July, I went from level 2 to level 6 in 30 days. Thank you. I didn't do it alone. BG is not a lone wolf path forward. BG is a community to come together, but somebody has to take the role of education. Dr. Beard does it every day, every day, every day, day in, day out. But somebody else had to see something that was the gap. So what I saw the gap was, that's the gap I filled. I had been a BG member inside the gated community for 6 months. I was very blessed that within 30 days of me starting my BG journey with 200 USDT, I got to have a video conferencing call with Dr. Stephen Beard on January of 2025 that helped me gain more confidence that BG is run by BG's owner, not by a hired executive who is here today and may not be there tomorrow. BG is Dr. Beard's a baby. He's not going anywhere. A dear friend of mine is here. I haven't seen her in 12 years. She's a part of my BG organization, and her boyfriend asked me, do you think this will last 6 months? I said, dude, we haven't even gotten started yet. 6 years minimum, but I have seen and heard and learned from Dr. Beard that he's projecting for the next 20 to 30 years. Who is in it for? One thing I have to tell you about Dr. Beard, he's a man of his words. When he says something, he's going to do it. You better listen to him. He's going to do it. He does not have to seek anybody's permission, neither do I. So Dr. Beard and I think alike on those terms. When you are going to do something, no matter whether that is the passion or the drive you have, or you're going to take care of the negative nonsense around the naysayers, and you're going to prove it through your results. You don't have to argue with anyone. You do not have to convince, because we are not in a convincing business. How many of you agree with that? We are not in a convincing business because we are going to do copy trading, where we are letting a multi-million-dollar AI the permission. So when we take the code and we are going to do the bonus signals and the copy trading, we are giving AI the permission to take a look at our total assets, pull 1% and put it in a big pool. Think of this as a big BG pool. I'm going a little technical here too for a reason, because I've got 2,200 plus members here. If I can impart this clarity to everyone, do you know how much compounding we're going to have in the next 30 days? Amen to that. Let's go. So when you execute that AI code, that is not created by AI, that is actually created by Dr. Beard himself. Now, he uses 200 analysts and experts and his 4,000 member employees to manage BG Wealth Sharing for the entire community. When you execute the code, you gave permission for the 1% to be pulled out of your account and go into a BG pool. You're not doing daily trades yourself. The AI is not doing your trade. That is handled by Dr. Beard himself. Did you know that? Some say yes, some say no. So we are actually putting our 1%, 1%, 1%, 1% in a big, gigantic pool. And do you know, when we say we are a hedge fund and we are going to do the trading, each code is over millions, each trade. Multi-millions sometimes. If you do the math, if you understand the real reason, how the mechanism, how we make money, you will be going out of this room today at the end of the conference with so much of confidence that all this negative thing, oh, this is a Ponzi scheme, and oh, this is a scam, and oh, this is this, and oh, this, everything, like, it's just noise. You won't even hear the noise. But I don't want you to be deaf to the noise. I want you to be more confident because of the clarity that you're going to gain in this conference today. How many of you are level 4 leaders? Please stand up. Woohoo! have always said that level 1 is the hardest to achieve, but level 4 is a sweet spot. Because now you understand the power of compounding, you understand the bonus signals. Because if you are at the level 4 position, or you're trying to get to level 4 from 3 or 2 or wherever, now you really understand that your account is growing. You understand the referral side. You understand the power of the bonus signals. Everybody with me so far? So when we have bonus signals, there's no code. They're codeless. But you have to understand the power of communication. Some people will say, I don't understand, I missed two bonus signals because I was supposed to start here and then the bonus signal didn't arrive and stuff. I said, go back and read Bond Chat. There are certain things that have been, from an operation standpoint, becoming better. Do you know that the referrer, the person who sponsors someone, does not get any communication from Miss Elena or Miss Rosa or whoever is your team lead, management? You don't hear that you got a bonus and you're going to have a bonus signal and then activate it. Do you know the reason for that? The reason is, so I see a lot of like nods, like, no, you don't know. I'll tell you the reason. The reason is if you are really attached to somebody's hip, which is your new person that you brought in, you are taking responsibility of that person to onboard them properly. And if you do not have a relationship with them, you just are signing people, you don't know what's happening in your own team. So why should you get a referral for somebody you're not taking responsibility for? Right? Okay. Then why should you get the bonus signals? Because you didn't help them onboard. How many of you remember when you joined and you got Dr. Beard and Miss Elena or Miss Rosa onto Bond Chat, you get a set of questions. Anybody remembers the questions? Yes. Okay. One of those questions is, do you understand how to do trading? And by default, we teach everybody, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes. And then, within 24 hours, you get panic calls. I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. Yes, you do. Calm down, breathe. Because if we are not going to set the expectation and the stage clean that this is what is happening, this is what you're going to get from Miss Elena, this is what you're going to get from Dr. Beard, this is how you will respond to them, and then when you have this message come in, copy that message and share it with me, I will tell you what that means. Because this is new platform for everyone. We are not traders. We are learning to be investor first. We have no knowledge of technicality here, so we have to guide our directs, the people we personally sponsor, throughout the onboarding process. You have to tell them the first week is going to be intense. You have to give them the expectation, because what is miscommunication? When somebody missed the communication part. Miscommunication, right? When I said something and you didn't understand, when you said something I didn't understand, that is a miscommunication. I'm trying to help you understand that your job as a BG referrer and a team builder is way beyond just letting people fund their accounts. How many of you see the value of Bond Chat today in this season of your life? And I totally understand that till you are able to replace your current income, with your BG income. You cannot be full-time, but I think you can still make an hour every day to go on Bond Chat and learn from every group, especially the group where Dr. Beard is teaching every day to release the codes. It is utmost importance because all I have learned today was not pre-BG. I get very blessed when I receive a good mentoring from someone, and I got very, very blessed with Dr. Beard in my life. How many of you feel that you are blessed because of Stephen Beard in your life?
To keep moving.
So 2 trades per day, I said everybody's right, correct? And on this slide, we say 1.3% daily compounding. I have had so many technical gurus or traders or skepticals come to me to argue that it's not possible. I said, do you know the word impossible has the word I am possible? And everything in life is impossible till you have done it yourself or somebody else did it before you. Dr. Beard made £1 million when he was 21 years old. He did it. Doesn't mean it's impossible anymore. We can do it too. If he teaches us and he's willing to teach us, all you have to do is persevere and commit to learning. That 1.3, it can be 1.2, it can be 1.25, it can be 1.2 something something, it can be 1.29 or 1.3. What you see on the slide is average based on 3+ years of data that has been accumulated and dissected by BG Wealth Sharing before they put that number out. It's not a random number that we like 1.3, we're just going to put it there. This is all data. How many of you can go into your trade account right now? Are we supposed to do a trade right now? All right, we're going to do trade. Okay. How many of you know how to calculate your own daily percentage based on your copying history? Raise your hands. Do you want to learn how to do that? Okay. Everybody has their trade accounts open? You're logged into your trade account. Click into Futures, Invited Me, Copying History. The 4 boxes on the very top of that screen is your personal data as your trade account holder, and you are an investor first. That's your data. Anything and everything that goes to trade, anything and everything you've done. So on the top right-hand corner of that screen is a number that how many times you followed the code. How many times you followed Dr. Beard. That's what that data is. Give me a shout out of a number here. Hold on, one at a time, hold on. Table 35. Table 35. No number? Okay. Table 148. How many times you followed the signals, the code? Give me a number. All right, 230. Anybody above 500? Nice. Anybody above 800? 842. Anybody above 1,000? 1154, congratulations. Very nice. How long have you been in BG, sir? Since March of 2025, this gentleman has been in BG for over a year and has 1,140 times, I think, something like that. 1154 times followed the signals. Very nice. Anybody in 1500s right now? No? So do the math here, right? So how many times have you followed the signal? The 2 codes or 3 codes, all of that data is there for you. And it is proven by your own records. On the top left-hand corner is the actual number that goes to the trade. The bottom left is your profit on that trade. And the bottom right is your personal account's win ratio. Is it 99 point something? It could be for some people who are new and they experience a failed signal, it could be 97%. But again, the 99.6% accuracy, next slide please, the 99.6% accuracy comes from the data that BG Wealth Sharing has collected for the last 3 years. When you talk about the signal accuracy, a lot of skeptical people, lot of negative people, they don't understand it, but that doesn't mean that they cannot learn. But it means that the community has to be so strong as educators of financial literacy to talk about BG from a numbers perspective. Do you understand what I'm trying to do here? Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the bottom left-hand number, which is your profit, bottom left-hand number, which is your profit, divided with the top number, whatever is you are getting is your daily average on every trade. Normally, it is around 0.6 something, something, something. You multiply it by 2 codes or you multiply it by 3 codes. You will see if you are in BG for about 12 months and you're doing 2 trades, you're going to be very close to 1.3%. If you're getting 3 codes, you're going to be very close to 1.8%. How many of you would love the 1.8% average every day? Absolutely yes, because that is where you get to see the power of leverage and compounding that will blow your mind in 6 months. Failed signals. How many of you have experienced a failed signal here? Do you do a happy dance when there is a See, I say that people don't understand BG till you get into BG, but you actually understand BG when you become BG. If you're not going to become BG, you will never understand what BG is. So signals are there. 5-stage recovery program, we all know what that means. First code, 1%. Recovery code, 3%. And then it follows. But we've never gone to the 3rd recovery signal. Isn't that amazing? That's what you should be talking about. Because we can forecast our future based on where we are in the current position and where we were based upon the past data. That's what you want to do, that, hey, I've been in BG for 15.5 months, and I've experienced 5 failed signals, and every time there was a recovery code that I executed, I was able to recover the principal and made more profit and made more money. Where do you get that? I don't think anywhere else. Next slide, please. Another important question, and a lot of negativity out there. BG has stopped withdrawals. You can withdraw, blah, 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 blah. How many of you have heard that? We all have probably, right? So one of the big questions is when you're talking to someone, they say, have you done your withdrawal yet? I don't want you, especially if you are new and excited and you are gung-ho about, I want to do BG, and then the 5 people you go talk to and they ask you that question, have you done your withdrawal yet? And you say, no, you know what, I have to wait for 60 days and blah. And then they say, oh, come back when you're done with your withdrawal, which is very common because they want proof. They want your proof. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to talk about a little tweak in that as to how can you take this objection and handle it. So when you are sponsoring someone, or when you started, or you're thinking about sponsoring someone, if someone starts with 1,000 USDT and there is no bonus or anything going on, what is the bonus reward that somebody gets? A new member. 50 USDT, right? What do we normally do? We ask that person to put that in the trade account and start their trading with 1,050, right? How about you withdraw that, because the minimum withdrawal is 35, right? The minimum withdrawal is 35, and if you have taught someone how to withdraw, now their confidence level builds. If someone started with 5,000, they get 5% as a welcome reward. You help them withdraw that, at least $100, so that they have a proof of concept that they were able to do the withdrawal. Because guess what? They're going to be all excited. They're going to go talk about this with their friends and family, and they are going to put cold water on that enthusiasm, and then that person will not share about BG till they can gain that confidence on which somebody put the cold water on. So this is your job. This is your responsibility as an investor who is now going to refer, that you have to help them educate and be knowledgeable that this is what the whole picture will be like. You have to hold their hands. I have a direct who started with 50,000 USDT. She got 2,500 USDT as her welcome reward. I forced her to withdraw. She's like, no, Gagan, I want to put this in. I'm like, no, you're going to withdraw. No, Gagan, I want to put, no, you're going to withdraw. Why? I don't want to. I'm like, you have to, you should. Why? Because of that question. She not only doubled the investment in 39 days, she's level 3 with a third signal in under 100 days. And that direct of mine will have a $1 million trade account by the end of this month. That's what I teach to my directs. What is it that you want to make? What is your vision? Why do you want to do BG? Not just because Gagan did that and Gagan, no, it's about you, not about me. I take care of me with my own trade account. I take care of me with my own daily signals, right? What is it that you want? How can I connect your vision, your goals, your desire with BG's vision and my mission to help you get there? Can you do that with your directs? That's how you build talent. That's how you build BG. That's how you build your directs. And that's how you can go to level 1 to level 9 in under 9 months with a team of 135,000 all over the world. You don't do it alone, you do it together. You learn together, you share together, you train together, you present together. So Dr. Beard, I want to share a little bit about him. We all are here because of him, because of his vision, because of his mission, because of his heart. He has a doctorate in finance and over 2 decades of trading experience, both in the financial industry and in the digital industry. He has this amazing talent in himself to cultivate leadership and talents in others. How many of you are level 5 leaders here? Please stand up and be recognized. Level 5 leaders. Awesome. Congratulations. A level 5 leader has 1,000 and above organization. That's like half of this room, right? How did we get to level 5? Because of his mentorship, because of his confidence in us, in our ability. How did I get to level 9? Of course, with my leaders and his coaching, his mentoring, his ability to keep the distractions away and outside our realm of existence so that we can focus on not only our personal goals, but we can look at the big picture of the entire organization. How many of you here are part of my organization and you are a level 7 leader and have a luxury car through BG? Please stand up. Nina, I love you. I see you. Miss Cynthia, I love you. Nevo, Miss Linda, Loanne, Tam, very nice. Thank you so much. How many of you are here as level 7 leaders for BG Wealth Sharing? Doesn't matter, my organization or my other leaders. You are a level 7 leader and you have the luxury car. Please stand up. Thank you so much, leaders. A level 6 leader, he doesn't grant these titles for no reason. These are not titles. These are hard-earned hours and hours and hours of coaching and mentoring and learning to connect with your vision and have hope in your organization, in your directs, that they can do this as well. I have 28 directs, and I'm going to take every person in my direct to level 7 and above. I'll have 10 of those go to level 7 and above this year alone. That's my commitment to my leaders. What is your commitment to your leaders? But you have to walk the talk. You have to be the leader who is actually showing them how to do things. Just like how Dr. Beard shows all of us every day, day in, day out. And we have 600,000 members all over the world in over 100 countries. Are we going to stop there? No. We are just getting started. So next slide, please. Richard, you tell me when to stop, okay? Okay, win-win-win. That's the clue. How many of you understand the win-win-win concept? Most people say, oh, I understand win-win, especially when you're talking to a prospect. They're like, I understand win-win, but what is this win-win-win? And I have a leader in my team, India, and he has coined a different term. He calls it triple win structure. It sounds really cute to me because I'm like, oh, win, win, win. I'm like, whoa, triple win. That's, I think, more powerful. So I'm going to acknowledge him that he coined that term, and we use that with my team India. So win, 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 we are one of the big wins in there. The first win we're going to talk about is BG Wealth Sharing. This is the promissory letter, which is on BG's website. How many of you know what are the 4 points on this promissory letter? Please raise your hands. Oh my goodness. I don't see many raised hands. Okay, write it down. This is very important information. The promissory letter from BG Wealth Sharing is to every investor, to each and every investor. This promissory letter has only 4 points. That makes BG, BG. That's it. You have to memorize and understand and feel it. And I know you all feel it because you've created the results, but you probably don't know what's on this promissory letter. The promissory letter is exactly what I said. We have 4 rights. Everything else is a benefit based on performance. The meal reimbursements is a benefit. Your dividends are a benefit. Your event reimbursements are a benefit. Your bonus signals are a benefit. The referral side is a benefit. Your rank achievement rewards per rank is a benefit based on performance. You perform, you get benefits. You perform, you get benefits. And as you perform and you become more confident and clear with BG's mission and vision, your own internal being and growth starts to happen. What does BG stand for? That's the philosophy. What does BG stand for? Business Group. But the philosophy is being and growth. So when your own beingness is being elevated and your growth happens and it's visible, not only because you are able to have a multi-million-dollar trade account or you can withdraw whatever you want to, no, the growth happens in your lifestyle. How many of you are debt-free as of today because of BG? Look around, people. Look around. How many of you are paying your debt because of the income you're creating because of BG? Amen to that. That's the power of the growth aspect. The growth is not only numbers in your trade account. The growth is when you're able to change what you're earning through BG and you have a different lifestyle. That's what I want to talk about. So DST Exchange, fully compliant, fully legal. I'm excited that they're looking into starting their preparation for the IPO for next year. Please don't go around just making things up in the field. Dr. Beard will guide us every step of the way. He will give us the knowledge, the understanding of how to talk about this next phase with DST Exchange. How many of you have gone to US SEC's website, sec.gov, and looked up and look at the registration and everything yourself? Well, when I asked that question, I wanted 2,200 hands up. But it isn't. That means there is room to grow and learn, and leaders need to train how to go to sec.gov and go to EDGAR and advanced search, put in the DST Exchange name, and look at Form D. What does that say? Very important. Okay. I want to go to the next slide, and that would be probably the last slide before we invite Mr. Chia back on stage. So as the win-win-win, the triple win structure that we have that makes BG so powerful and unique, that philosophy, that system, that the core concept is the win that we are bringing to BG Wealth Sharing and to DST Exchange. So where do you think the liquidity for the trade comes every day? Somebody said Bitcoin. The liquidity to the trade that we do comes from all of us. We are the investors. We are that crucial win component in this win-win-win structure. We give the 1% of our investment to be put in a pooled trade so that when they go for the spot trade on futures on DST Exchange and they win, we get 60% minimum profit on that 1%. You understand the math there, right? If we don't execute the code and we don't give the permission to use our 1%, whether somebody's 1% is $10 or $100 or $1,000 or $1 million, doesn't matter. If somebody's not going to hit confirm, do you think that 1% will go in the pool? Nope, it won't. So we are a very important piece in this equation. And that piece is not because we brought in 1,000 or 100,000 members in the organization. That piece is because we are committed to doing daily trades every day, every day, every day in our own account. Investor first, deferrer second, and then team builder, the team manager third. But when you get to that place of investor mindset, then my question that I want to leave today with you all to consider is, if you are making money in BG and you are going to be debt-free, and I'm very, very grateful to Dr. Beard that the luxury car I earned from him through BG Wealth Sharing 6 months ago is fully paid off. I'm 100% debt-free for that. In 5 months, paid it off. As soon as I land back home in Texas, my entire mortgage is going to be paid off. I've got 2 major credit cards, they are paid off. So I'm telling you, the real stories here are so powerful. Then the question is, if I'm creating some success for myself, am I going to be that selfish that I will not share it with others? We don't convince anyone, we don't recruit anyone. We are here on a mission to share BG with the entire world. If somebody wants to look at it or not, that's their choice. But you don't want to go to bed thinking that my friend didn't listen to me. Maybe you need to teach and train a little bit from a different perspective. Understand the perception and the perspective of the person you're talking to and try to give them what they are needing in the moment. Don't try to just vomit like in front of them. Don't do that. Most people don't listen. In order for you to listen, you have to be quiet. You have to take notes. What is the other person saying? And how can I help them learn better? With that, thank you so much, everyone. My name is Gagan Sarkaria. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.